Welcome again, folks, to Old Black Bart's Corner. You know, I watch television a lot. One of the few pleasures I get in life. And one thing I noticed is all the commercials for Citigroup. Citigroup is one of the largest financial institutions in the world, employs 300,000 people, has $2 trillion in assets and offices in 100 countries. It's a big company. And I sit here watching the news of how the government has to bail out Citigroup. And I'm trying to figure out how it got in such a mess. How somebody so big with so much assets could be so poorly managed and make such incredible mistakes. This is the private industry, our banking industry. These folks are supposed to know so much more than you and I. Of course, the head of Citigroup, I believe, is Robert Rubin. And Rubin, as you know, was a primary associate of Bill Clinton. And he's been on television over the last 2 or 3 years condemning the Bush administration and pontificating on all things financial. And it turns out that his bank is in so much trouble it could fail. And I don't know why. The bank's given him $45 billion from rescue money. $45 billion. And they say it still won't be enough to cover their losses. I go next door here to borrow money for one of my small businesses. I've got to give them my tax returns, my financial statements, every possible piece of paper I can give them, sign all kinds of security arrangements. And where the hell was Citibank? Loaning money that couldn't be paid back. What's going on? And now the government is going to step in there. Demand that there's no bonuses be paid, which is a good idea if you're a business that's losing money by the hundreds of billions. Your executives really shouldn't be getting bonuses. 1%, 1 cent, 1 cent dividend on your stock, common stock. Of course, that means nobody's going to buy Citibank stock when you have a 0 return on your investment. Federal government's buying preferred stock versus common stock. Preferred stock, as I remember from my college days, sorry for coughing, folks. Preferred stock is when you are guaranteed a return on your investment. You buy a preferred stock, you're going to get 6, 7, 8% back every year, and the corporation has to pay preferred stockholders before common stockholders. But preferred stockholders have no voting power, cannot run the company. Common stockholders also get a dividend and can see their stock rise or fall. And they control, actually, the corporation through their votes for the board of directors and the president, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Government's buying preferred stock with conditions. No bonuses, 1 cent dividends. The question is Mr. Rubin still going to be running Citicorp? And all those other executives who blindly followed the government and loaned money without proper collateral, without proper research. Are these people still going to be running Citibank? And my guess is, yes, they will. Because there's nobody else that wants to do it. And they're going to try and be heroes and dig themselves out of the very mess they created. Can they do it? I don't know. We're in very precarious times now. President Obama, he wants these big, huge, giant stimulus packages. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. They say that next year we're going to have a national deficit of over $1 trillion. And you know what? We don't have any money. Tax collections are going down as more and more people get laid off. It'll get worse if the Obama administration decides to raise taxes on the rich. And where are they planning on getting this money? China is the only one who can provide this huge amount of money by buying United States junk bonds. And if the Chinese simply say, well, we're not going to buy your junk bonds because we need the money for our own country, because nobody's buying anything right now, we're getting major unemployment, we got to protect ourselves. Old Uncle Sam will have only one choice but to print trillions of dollars of paper, which could set off an inflationary spiral. This thing is a fine line, folks. We're going to have to watch this for years to come. I bought Ford for $2. It went down to $1.15. Like an idiot, I didn't buy any more. Now it's up to $2 again. I don't know what's going to happen here. We'll know pretty shortly if we're going to trip into a depression. Let's hope we don't. That's all for today, folks. We'll talk about the auto industry later this week. Thanks for watching Black Bart's Corner.